This is going or £30,000.
Question number
To
2.
end up in a job that utilises the facts that we pick up in education. And in hindsight, I don't think I would have. Well, I wouldn't recommend university to a young person. It's great, don't get me wrong. I had a wonderful time and I learned all sorts of life lessons. And I made lots of mistakes and I learned.
Did you guys answer question number 1?
Yes.
Answer question number 1.
Okay, what is your answer?
C.
We already checked that.
We already checked that.
Okay, can you read the answer, please?
She attributes her success in her career to her university education.
No, it's not right actually.
What? You said it's right.
Yes. C. Yes. C. D. Yes.
Read it.
False.
Read the answer.
In her experience, going to university was a mistake which she regrets.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
she's not regret. She
So,
said I learned from this.
What is best summarized?
D.
First one.
Yes.
D.
Yeah, the cost of university education.
You said that's third one is
The
correct.
question is it?
No, it's B.
The,
The cost of university. Education nowadays is greater than its value.
yes. Summarizes. This is summary listening, okay? Not a definite answer.
From it. And I wouldn't trade that experience in for the world, but in the long run, I don't
This is
think
still part 1 because
it really benefits you. Career-wise, that is.
Thank you, Debbie.
Okay, here we go.
I
Question
have to
2.
say, I've heard a number of my own friends voicing similar views. Let's listen to caller 2. That's Josie Crane. Josie.
Well, I also studied a few years ago, and granted, I didn't have to fork out the sort of money that students these days have to, but I would never suggest that someone who is intelligent and has the aptitude for university study, I would never recommend that they stay away, because universities offer so much. I mean, it's not just about the lectures and the seminars and the study skills, it's also about meeting like-minded people, not just students, but people who are real authorities on the subject, and having debates and discussions late into the night, really exploring something that interests you. It's the only chance you ever get to do that. Once you start a career, there are no more opportunities for that sort of thing, unless you make it happen. So yes, higher education gets my vote every time. Oman.
Positive words from Josie there. Let's hear from...
Okay, it was
Number 2.
number 2. What's your answer for number 2? Yes.
Universities offer
It's first one, yeah? Second, only suitable for education. No.
First one.
No.
Maybe C or D.
Third one.
Third one,
C
read your
or
answer.
D.
Huh?
Read your answer.
University provides opportunities to delve deeply into a subject with peers and experts.
Yes.
They said authorities in that subject.
Yes.
So that's
You're right. So we move to the next question.
Okay. Caller number 3.
Were 3 Paul Weston. Paul. Well, I don't know about university, but I left school at 16, got an apprenticeship with a local building firm, and picked up some skills along the way. And then when I was in my early 20s, I did a course, a part-time course at the local techie, you know. And I paid for it myself, out of my earnings. And I never got into debt like the kids do nowadays. And I bought my own house when I was 23. And I tell you, I see some kids who have been to university and done postgraduate courses too, got masters and PhDs coming out of their ears. But get them to wire a plug, and they haven't a clue. I think you learn just as much, and you get a lot more nous from just getting on with it. I mean, university is supposed to prepare you for life, isn't it? But nothing prepares you more than just getting a job and doing it. An interesting response from Paul Weston there. your opinion on the subject?
Yes. So, who finds answer?
A.
First one.
First one.
Yeah.
What is the answer?
What does
Apprenticeship.
apprenticeship and college courses should be valued as highly as university degrees?
No, that's not right.
Number two.
B.
Universities provide a legal in the way of practical and practical skills and financial security.
Yes. If you listen to the speaker, he says he would find a job immediately.
But he's talking about past.
Yeah.
He's talking about past. That they had.
And
Shut up.
Let's summary of this speech. We should find a sentence which less summarize his speech. Okay, let's continue with
A
the
and B is almost linked.
speaker number 4.
I will give you
Caller number 4.
Well, I understand what people are saying about how university doesn't always give you the useful facts that you need in everyday life or the skills for a particular job. But I think it opens up opportunities, not just in jobs, because whether you like it or not, some jobs just are only open to graduates. And HR departments who get a huge pile of application forms for a job, well, they're not even going to give someone a look in if they don't have a degree. If that's their prerequisite, I mean. But it's not just that. I think university opens up the world to you, because you stop thinking like a member of your little neighborhood, or your corner of your town or city, and you become more worldly. And you meet people from all sorts of backgrounds, and they influence you. And I think they just make you a more fully rounded person. And some people say, well, your university of life gives you as good an education as any real university. But I don't think it does, actually.
Thank you, Amanda. And I think we have time for just one
Okay.
call a bit.
Read your answer.
In many parts of the world, a degree is necessary prerequisite in finding a decent job.
No.
It's not right.
A.
Man. A university education improves your career chances and broadens your horizon. Because they said fully rounded.
Fully rounded?
Yeah.
Yes, you are right. And it was, yes. Because the correct answer, university education improves your career chances and broadens your horizon. So let's move to the
Call
column
play
number
some
5.
music. Call 5. That's Ralph Jordan. What would you like to say?
Well, personally, I don't know what everyone's talking about here. Education isn't just about getting a job. University isn't a job training workshop. Uni, we're privileged to have in this country, and in other countries too, of course, a long and rich academic culture. And this culture has brought us a wealth of great minds, not just talking about the famous inventors and politicians among the university alumni, the ones they like to boast about on their prospectuses, but also the managers, the teachers, judges, lawyers, executives, everyday people. But everyday people who have been able to use their experience and learning and understanding to the benefit of others. And to ask the question, is it worth it? Well, that seems to just demean the whole process, really, if you understand it. And if you can't see the value of university education, then maybe you shouldn't be going anyway.
Thank you, Ralph. Well, it's already turning into a fast.
Okay, column number 5. What's your answer?
University education has given us scholarships and inventors who
No, it's not the right one.
The last one,
So, read your answer.
that inside the professional development when they were at university effective policies.
Yes, you are right. Inside. Alright. So, here your answer answer key. Check your answers. Okay. Does anybody got all correct? How come? All correct. How come? Only one mistake. Only one mistake. Nobody has all correct. Okay, let's move. Okay, let's start our discussion part. And as you listened and read the passage related to education, you have ideas of pros and cons of different type of education. And my first question for you is, what are the pros and cons of university education according to the colors and forum post? Yeah, first discuss in your groups pros and cons according to the colors, and then tell me your answers, okay? Discuss in the group. So forum, what your impression? Whenever you speak English, you help me.
What are university according to your listening. I'm medical. Well, yeah, so listening, how does she pros and cons of not always secure you with the job. You decide. Maybe you prefer instead of university studying, taking apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is not sure. For example, in order to learn one skill, you need to study for the master. Mechanics. Here in our country, mechanics do not study university. They just go to the garage and start practicing. We can discuss this side. Why? Pros and cons. So there is a difference. Apprenticeship is studying skill from master. Mechanics
in our country, they don't go university to study mathematics in class. They just go to expertise the class, and they learn from them and study from them. Is it like is it better or still people need to get to university to get education in this country? Depends on subject, depends on
Others actually use stuff like managing something.
in your opinion, discuss what kind of subjects need to be studied in university and what subjects of skills should Okay, yeah. Discuss other like professions. Or for being mayor, through the small town. Do we need higher education? In your own opinion, would you rather take some kind of apprenticeship practice or go to university to learn some skill? In your own specific skill. Start to work. They don't know they don't anything, but professions need to be what professions can be done only by taking online course or apprenticeship. I want to study магнит для паркинга. Чем больше, тем больше. Что ты делаешь? Let's discuss. Okay, stop discussing in the group. Let's discuss as a class. So, what do you, in your, according to your opinion, what is the pros and cons of studying in university? Yes.
Finding the answer for the future.
Yeah. Is it pro or cons?
Don't.
It's pros. Yes. And other ideas, yes.
You can immigrate in other country because you learn in university.
Okay. So, stop discussing in other language. Okay. broaden your horizon. Yeah. If you choose studying in university, you will have a chance to go abroad. That's actually true. By going abroad, you will do what?
Traveling and studying at the same time, getting the experience about culture of other countries and people, and at the same time get more knowledge about.
Yeah, it's one of the best pros of university. What are the cons of education in university?
Cost of it, and if you spend a lot of time for studying, 4 years or in a medical stuff, 8 or even more, this is, 1 out of 16 of your life.
Yeah. Getting degree. He mentioned that getting degree in universities takes much more time. Do you agree with it? Yes, they
It's worth
agree.
it. It's worth it.
It's worth it. In what point? For example, he mentioned medics. Medic employers they're like studying for full their life. Like 7 years in a master, okay,
Basic degree and
7 years or 6 years they spend for basic, and others they spend for master's degree, and still by working and practicing they still learning.
actually, if your point is work is not just money, you just may in something like IT or design plus money that's easy to learn.
Okay.
A few courses and get knowledge about it and start to work at the same time. And it takes a couple of months to learn all this stuff. It's pretty easy.
So is it cons of education in university?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. And what are the cons of studying in university?
That key of university cost of education is greater than its value.
Yeah. You yes.
Many poor families cannot that financially afford that.
What will be your suggestion to those who cannot afford education in universities?
Make more scholarships, give them chances, opportunities.
What are other types of getting education? Other ways of getting education?
Grants,
Yeah. Besides university, besides, how they also can get educated?
apprenticeship, as you said, apprenticeship.
Okay, apprenticeship. Can you tell me what is this?
Like it's instead of going to the university, applying to university, you're studying a special program which your subjects like area focus on, and you're studying that practice with a professional expert in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also one of the ways. What are the other ways, guys, of getting education besides university and apprenticeship?
Courses.
Courses. What kind of courses?
On the internet.
Online courses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actual
Okay. And nowadays we have a lot of free online courses. What do you think? Is this one of the way to get education?
Yeah. It is.
Yes. Why is it so?
For example, I
You cannot be a
heard
doctor with like courses from Coursera.
it depends. Like I'm talking about if we talk about, for example, IT, it is not that fundamentally vital. Go to the university. You can study at home. You can be a programmer at home, studying by these programs. Because if you need bachelor or PhD degree, yeah, it is important to go to the university to get that degree. Because if you want to study, go deeply in that subject.
Okay, nice. And nowadays, some of online courses as well provide you with certificates on the specific field, which gives you opportunity to work on this field.
National certificate.
Okay.
Actually, you should also.
So let's talk about professions thing. Which professions do you think are really needed to take education in universities, and what professions are like not really need to go to university education?
Lawyer, medics, working with the special stuff like lawyer. Yeah, liars, people working on the special stuff like trains or
Okay. Torch mentioned about lawyers. Do you think, do you really need university education to become a lawyer or not? Do you really need to get university education if you want to say
Yes, we need to get university education.
lawyers need to get okay. Okay, look, if you want to defend yourself on for example, your rights, if you want to know your rights and defend yourself on a court, do you need to finish all this 4 or 5 years education in university?
You need to defend your side, like as a lawyer.
Yeah, defend your rights, knowing your rights and knowing the rules.
Yeah.
You need to study for 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, but not
Isn't it like
big? You don't have law courses for in my school. Here? No, not here.
okay? I know a great example which happened in USA. One of the felony who spent felony is a person who spent time in prison. They call felony. Okay, one of the felony while he was in prison for 3-4 years, he studies the law in the library, and after getting freed, he proved that sentence were wrong, and actually he was not guilty, innocent. So he studied it by himself. So here we have one more option: study by yourself. Studying by yourself, is it also a way of getting education, way of getting improvement, or not?
But most people in our world are not motivated to educate themselves after work, after study. People in Sweden have multiple times way to get knowledge, but our goal should always get some money to eat, to live, we should always have to pay tomorrow.
Okay, guys, we have interesting opinion. Torch mentions that due to the daily issues, daily habits, we are so busy for self-study. Is it true or not?
Yes, it is.
Okay, how come? Yeah.
You mean example of the...
Yeah, example, how come why your daily habits keep you so much busy so you don't have time for self-study?
It's actually not about us students, I'm only free time actually after school. But I'm talking about adult people, so not you, other few years, they should always work from 9 to 8, after you should cook some stuff for them to not die and they fall asleep.
So he mentioned adults. Adults has work, adults has other adults has work, adults has other responsibilities, take care of children, to work and to do the other stuff. And this way they don't have time to self-education and they don't value much getting education. But what about you? What is your personal opinion toward to value education? Do you have free, what do you do at your free time? Do you like self-study? Do you do self-study?
No.
Free time?
Yeah.
It depends.
Okay. And if you had the chance to, if you had the chance to self-study at your free time, will you take the chance or will you do something different?
Do something different.
Yeah.
I would say
You want to self-study? Okay, guys, raise your hands who want to self-study at their free time. Okay, we We have 4 votes. You also? Okay, 5 votes. And others do not want to do self-study, self-improvement. Why? What do you think? What is the reason?
Robots is much more important. Actually, he's right. I buy robots and sell them online.
So, doing business is also one of the improvements. Yes, selling skills.
I play games, I raise my patient and then sell them.
Молодец. Все столько
And others, what are